If you're thinking about buying a home in Alaska, but you're short on the down payment, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll know every major program that can help you buy with little or no money out of pocket. I'm Sam Thompson. I'm both a real estate agent and a mortgage loan officer, and I've helped thousands of people buy their first home. Let's break down Alaska's 2026 down payment programs, starting with statewide options and zooming into Anchorage, Fairbanks, and Juneau. So a quick refresher before we start. Down payment help comes usually either as a grant or a loan. Grants don't need to be repaid. It's free money as long as you meet the program rules. And then loans come in three different types. You've got deferred silent seconds at 0%, and that just means that it's due when you sell or refinance, but it doesn't have any monthly payments. Then there are repayable loans with interest and monthly payments. And then there's forgivable loans, meaning the balance disappears after you've lived in the home for a set number of years. Let's start with statewide programs. The Alaska Housing Finance Corporation runs the big housing programs. Its main help comes through low-rate first mortgages and partnerships with local nonprofits. They have two options. There's First Home Limited. That's the below-market interest for first-time buyers within income limits. And there's First Home Taxable. It's the same structure, but no income limits. They also run AHELP, A-Help, a partnership that lets you pair their first mortgage with local down payment assistance from nonprofits or housing authorities. AHFC works with FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional financing. You'll need to take a homebuyer education course. Usually it's the AHFC's Finally Home. FHLB, Homestart, and NAHI grants. This is offered through local banks that are members of the Federal Home Loan Bank of Des Moines. Homestart is up to $7,500 to $10,000 forgivable after 5 years if you stay in the home. NAHI, for Alaska Native borrowers, gives up to $15,000, also forgivable after 5 years, and the income must be below 80% of the area median income. You can find the area median income by Googling Fannie Mae AMI lookup tool, and it'll tell you where that limit is. Funds run out quickly each spring, so timing is key. Ask your lender if they reserve these early in the year. So Alaska will support some national programs as well, like the Chenoa Fund or the National Homebuyers Fund. These are forgivable programs as well. Okay, so let's go with Anchorage now and South Central Alaska. The Cook Inlet Lending Center is a nonprofit CDFI serving Anchorage, Mat-Su, and Kenai. This offers up to 20% of the purchase price as a second mortgage at a low interest rate. It's repayable when you sell or refinance. Allows incomes up to 120% AMI, and it allows down to a 640 credit score with a max of a DTI max of 30% on the housing payment and 40% of your total debt. A DTI means debt to income ratio. Being a first-time buyer is not required. This can pair with an FHA loan, VA, conventional, or other AHFC loans. And the benefit to this is that it provides enough assistance where you don't have mortgage insurance on your monthly payment because they offer 20%. You have a first mortgage without the private mortgage insurance, and then a second mortgage that covers the 20%. Let's look at NeighborWorks Alaska. This is Anchorage based. It's a nonprofit that helps buyers tap into the AHFC program. It offers forgivable and deferred loans, and it's for low to moderate income buyers, like 80% to 100% AMI. It requires the education, and it's usually, the terms vary, but it's usually 0% forgiven after 5 years. The Alaska Community Development Corporation, ACDC, Home Opportunity Program is HOP. We're using a lot of acronyms here, but this serves everywhere except Anchorage. It offers up to $30,000 and 0%. The first $10,000 is forgiven over 5 years, and anything above that is 0% deferred until you sell or refinance. So the income needs to be less than 80% AMI. You have to be a first-time home buyer, and you have to take a HUD-approved class, like an education class on buying for the first time. They must meet HUD standards and price caps, so the house can't be above a certain amount. And it's got very limited funding, like it's first come, first serve each year. For Fairbanks and Interior Alaska, you've got the Fairbanks Neighborhood Housing Services, FNHS. This offers $10,000 to $20,000 as a 0% deferred loan for down payment and closing costs. Its focus is on first-time buyers with under 80% AMI, and you need the education. The Interior Regional Housing Authority, IRHA, helps Alaskan Native families in the interior with up to $20,000 in forgivable loans, usually up to 5 years. And you must be a tribal member within IRHA's region and meet income limits. This works with AHFC and other loans to bridge the down payment gap. So now let's go to Juneau in southeast Alaska. The city and borough of Juneau manufactured home DPA. This helps buyers purchase mobile homes on rented lots. So it gives up to 20%. It gives up to $20,000 on a loan with low interest over 5 years, and the buyer has to match the other 50% of the down payment. The income needs to be below 120% of the AMI, and it needs to be your primary residence in Juneau. You apply through True North Federal Credit Union. The Tlingit-Haida Regional Housing Authority, sorry, I'm probably saying this wrong, but this serves Southeast tribal communities with up to $20,000 in a forgivable loan for down payment and closing costs. You have to be a tribal member or descendant of the Tlingit, Haida, or Tsimshian people. It's usually forgiven after 5 years of owner occupancy. The Ketchikan Indian Community, KIC, offers buy-down assistance and covers closing costs and reduces your purchase price, or it can actually reduce your purchase price. It's a forgivable grant or loan for tribal members buying in Ketchikan. Let's see, the Baranof Island Housing Authority. This will cover Sitka. This provides closing cost grants around $3,500 to $5,000, and it's for low-income tribal members buying in Sitka. Zero down alternatives. I mean, you could, if you qualify for a VA loan or if it qualifies for a USDA loan, then these are options that you could combine with grants, so your closing costs are also covered. Almost every program here requires the home to be your every program requires the home to be your primary residence, and most have income limits and required homebuyer classes, and funds are limited. So you'll want to jump in like early in the year if you want to take advantage of these. So, these programs they're a little tricky because they require approved lenders to work on these. So if you want to connect with a realtor that's familiar with these programs and a loan officer that actually has access to these programs, click the link below and we'll get you connected. Until then, just good luck. I'm rooting for you, and go get that house.